Okay, it's me again. It's what time is it? About 11. It was 11:20. I think I woke up right before 11 o'clock. Um, it's another cold day. It's really cold. The chill is biting. This is it's when there's like there's 87% humidity, and on top of that, it's snowing, and at times it'll have that freezing rain to where when the rain comes down, it automatically freezes. You know, it it's it comes down as water, then turns into ice instantly. Yeah, it's that type of weather, and with the 80% humidity, right? It says it's 30 degrees out, you know, but with 87% um, humidity plus the little wind chill that's out there, it it feels like 14 degrees. And those calculations I got on the weather report on my phone. So uh, today I'm kind of handling things tiny bit better. Not because things are going good or anything like that. It's just that it's exhausting being all livid and depressed and all that shit, all those things, the PTSD, all that. It's exhausting. So I sit here in a melancholy mood. um, uh, Thanks to my brother-in-law and my sister, they cut up more wood for me, which is good, and they gave me some propane tanks to keep myself warm. But uh, it looks like it's going to be cold like this for the whole month, and next week it's going to even be worse because it's going to be in the teens. And I'm just trying to get used to this biting cold right now, and it's not working. It's hard. Um, it's and when I am constantly reminded, okay, of how how I got screwed. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. And people out there say, "Well, why don't you stay here or there or whatever?" I have my own personal reasons, and trust me, if I were to vent those out, um, people are sensitive to get the wrong idea. But sometimes the brutal truth hurts, and coming from me, it hurts even more. Because I don't filter shit. I don't make shit up. I got nothing to lose anymore in this life. You know, if you knew my past, if I was to sit here and tell you about my past, you would go, oh, no fucking wonder. That's fucked up, Bray. That is fucked up. And I'm not saying that to, you know, redeem what I'm doing, how I feel, these vlogs, my feelings, all that, my venting. And they go, oh, you shouldn't vent that shit on Facebook and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? I do. You don't like it, don't read it, okay? Don't. But, everybody's, loves a good soap opera. I respect those who don't read my shit and don't care. If they don't read my shit and don't care, I kind of respect that. That's even better. But when you read it and then start telling me, oh, well, you should do this and you shouldn't do that and blah, 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 it's just like, then don't. Don't. I'm not asking for help. I'm not like, I don't need nobody's sympathy. And I'm going to be brutally honest with myself. Because of my decision, I ended up this way. I take risks, you know, but it's not only my fault, too. When you get duped by people you love, that's what gets me livid. And I can't let go. Oh, you should turn to God, you should turn to this, you should turn to that. I have been in my past, and if you knew my past, you would see it was rough. It was just as rough as this, and I had to go through that shit for decades. And I'll give you a little clue on that. My caregiving of my parents. That was a situation that was so disappointing. That trauma will never leave my head. That PTSD will never leave. It just won't leave. However, when I'm in a good place financially, and not suffering like I am now, all those bad feelings, resentment, that goes into hibernation. It stays way deep down inside of me. And it stays there, and it becomes dormant to where, like, if I'm in a good place, meaning financially and mentally, and I'm having, a good time, and I'm achieving goals and being, uh, productive, then yeah, uh, none of this spite and resentment comes up ever. And I it's easier to forgive, but I'll never forget. And it's easier, and for some reason, and some people who are close to me say, "Man, you're a chump for being so generous at times." I'm just that. When I'm in a pretty great space and there are people around me, I like to share that good feeling, you know? You know what? I'm somewhat known, and I'm not saying this to brag or whatever, but just people who, my friends who know me personally, I'm known to say, "Hey man, you know what? Are you hungry? Let's go eat. It's on me." I do that a lot. I do that a lot. And it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm financially stable. It doesn't matter where we go. I don't give a shit if we go to the most expensive restaurant. I have bought I have taken groups of people to restaurants many times, and I'd pay the bill. Bill be over like 2, 3, 400 bucks. Boom, done. Paid it. But of course, some of you who knew me or know me, especially living in Oxnard, I had a side gig, and and y'all know what I'm talking about. And that side gig was good. I mean, if I would, metaphorically speaking, I was growing money on trees. Keyword, trees. But this is the roughest patch regarding my life that I'm living in now. Sure the fuck has humbled me, you know. And when I'm talking about that, it's regarding being really grateful for what you have, especially if you're in a good space. Me being in this space right now, I have to try to be grateful, because every day in this cold ass weather, I'm reminded that nature's a fucking bitch. She don't mean to, but if you're not equipped right, she will fuck you. Kind of like what she's doing now. This cold is no joke, man. And nobody will understand this unless you're in my shoes and you know my situation. Thanks for all the kind words, and I don't mean to be rude. Okay, I really don't. But sometimes my disappointment and anger and rage takes over, and I'll bark back at people even though they don't deserve it. There's no excuse. I do that. It's just I'm not in a good space right now. I'm really not. Today I feel a little better, as you can tell. I don't know. I'm trying to calm down. I'm going to try so hard to use what is called a customer service voice, where you're calm. I have to try to use that. Like here in the South, how they go, oh, bless your heart, and then they go, oh, bless your heart, if you know what I mean, right? So I have to try to use that customer service voice. And I thank my sister Gina for that piece of advice, because she uses it. And we laughed about it, because it's like, you may sound like you're cool and all that, but inside your head, it's like, you know what? It's like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Without really being like upfront and blunt about it, like I am. I'm upfront and blunt about everything. And, whether or not that's a bad trait or not, I act out. I can't help it. I'm human, you know? Put me like in a warmer place, you probably see less of that. I'll still be upset about not being financially set, but I won't be as livid as I am right now. It's the cold. It's the cold I wake up to. It's fucking sucks. And I am trying everything within what I have and what I could afford to stay warm. And yes, like my brother-in-law and my sister are helping me out. They're giving me firewood. I appreciate that. Fuck yeah, because it's fucking cold here. You know? But the fact that I have to go through this fucking sucks. I'll repeat myself. This shouldn't have been this way. This shouldn't have been this way. But I got let down. And I cannot let that go. I cannot let that go. I'm trying to think of a metaphorically way to put it to you, so you may understand just a little of it. What if I say you had a certain amount of money? Now, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Fuck that. Whatever. I don't need to explain shit. So, but for people out there who, have good intentions and care about me, thanks for your thoughts. I appreciate that. And I apologize if I don't seem grateful, you know. Once my head clears of this anger and stuff, I really am, but it appears I'm not, because I'm just mad all the time. Or at least in a sour mood, or just like right now, it's like I feel that anger and rage, but I'm just too tired for that. So the word's melancholy, where you just fucking don't care. You're just there, I'm like an object. No one cares about it, but, it's just there. And if what I say affects you and it hurts you, it's unintentional. So don't tune in. I won't be offended. I won't. Don't. I mean, for people on Facebook, if you're getting sick of this shit, delete me. I'm not gonna be offended. Fuck no. That's stupid. People take Facebook so fucking like serious and personal, and you know what? I'm guilty of that too. But then again, there's most of the times, like I jot down how I feel, and it's like I don't give a fuck, whatever, and I leave it. I come back, and then I see notifications. Oh, someone liked your shit, or so someone has a comment. I'll read it, and it's like, all right, cool. I'll like it back and move on. Oh, you shouldn't vent on Facebook. Well, then Facebook should have never been invented. Keyword invent ed. Get it? There's a joke in there. Oh, and just for you Facebook peeps, I put up some pretty weak jokes because I have to make myself laugh, and I just share that shit. I don't care if anybody reads those, but for those who read them and get it and, ha 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 right alongside of me, even that little thing I'm grateful for, because, you know, you got, you know, you can't have slaughter if you don't have laughter. I don't know if some of you will get that one, but all right. I'm done bitching for the day, or expressing myself. Ever since I'm growing this Fu Manchu weak ass goatee, I always do this. I don't know why. I'm, you know, when this is all over and I'm stable again, I'm gonna change my look. Right now, I got the mountain man, fucking rugged, haggard, fucking hairy ass Fu Manchu bullshit look. I'm gonna shave everything when I'm done with this. My eyebrows, everything. I look like a fucking psycho. I may even cut myself on purpose and scar myself right there. You know, have a scar on my face, you know? So I'm reminded of the bullshit I had to go through this last September, October, November, December, January. Year and 4 months to date. But anyways, all right, I'm done.